Good afternoon, Johnsburg Junior High School friends and families. I'm Dr. Pierce.
I'm Mr. Wynn.
And I'm Mrs. Brosh.
So welcome to this week's edition of the Parents Peak. Today is the September 9th. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. We got to see a lot of families out at the Sophenspiel celebration here in Johnsburg. So weather's been beautiful. Fall is definitely in the air, so it's great to see everyone again. So we just have a few things we wanted to discuss today. First one being tutoring is going to start next week. We do have two different types of tutoring, and there's going to be an email coming out later this week. One is going to be, where students can drop in if they need some assistance, here and there. Others will be kind of scheduled tutoring, where if we're seeing some struggles in the classroom, we're going to reach out to you and invite your student to stay after for a period of time, just to kind of help them get caught up. And so that's something we hope that our students take advantage of. And I know our teachers are really ready to get helping with those students. So that's going to start the week of the 16th, which is next week. But an email will be coming out this week with more information. Also, if you can help us speak to your students about just cleaning up after themselves at lunch. We have a lot of students eating in a short period of time, and we know the weather's nice and they want to get outside to eat, which we are offering now, as well as recess. But we've been cleaning up just a huge amount of garbage outside. So we have plenty of trash cans out there for them to throw their garbage away. We keep reminding them. But again, when we talk about, taking pride in your school, that's one big piece of it. So if you can just, continue to talk to your students about, cleaning up after themselves, that would be phenomenal. And then also study hall. I know a lot of students have extracurriculars after school. They have, they go from volleyball to cheer to church groups to all this kind of stuff. We're very busy, but we do offer students, 30 to 35 minutes every day in study hall. And we just feel that students aren't taking advantage of that. So if you can remind your student that if they're stressed at home with homework and they have so much to do, we have time here at school. So that is something that's definitely a luxury for us, and we're so thankful that we have it. But let's make sure that our students are utilizing that, so that way when they leave at 2:50, they can focus on those extracurriculars at home. So, and then the final thing I want to talk about is attendance. We're into our third week of school now, and we are noticing that attendance is becoming a factor for some of our students. Remember, the school day starts at 8:05. And we end at 2:50. So if we can try to, stay within those time frames, as much as possible. We do know appointments and some of those things happen, but we do have some families that have been out for a decent amount of time already. And like I said, it's important for instruction. It's important for students to be here. So we just wanted to remind everyone, please, make sure that we maximize that time that students are in school. So thank you. Mr. Wayne, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, so real quick, Picture Day is coming up this Thursday. So just as a reminder, with that, things that will be going, or if they haven't already, we'll be going home with the students with information about that. Bikes have been awesome, so thank you for helping us out with having students walk their bikes to the crosswalk here in the back of the building by the buses, and just walking off campus. It's been huge. It's been helpful, and we really appreciate it. So thank you for that, and continue. I always say just continue to remind your students to keep walking those bikes. It's a huge safety thing, and we're finding it's working really well. So thank you again. And then lastly is just volleyball starts up this week. We have several games this week. And looking forward to seeing our Wildcats out there, hitting the ball around. So looking forward to a great season.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Wynn. Mrs. Brosh, would you mind sharing a little bit about SEL?
Yeah, so here at the junior high, for those parents who are new to us, we do social emotional learning lessons. And here we're lucky enough that the social workers are able to go into the classroom and teach those. So for 10 minutes a day in your student's 4th hour class, because they have an extra hour throughout the whole week in that class, we go in for 10 to 15 minutes and we just teach some basic social emotional learning lessons that have to do with the learning standards here in Illinois. So we focus on communication, decision making, goal setting and achieving, being kind to each other, all of that kind of basic stuff. So those are going to start up this week. We do come on Parents Peak and let you know each week what the topic is, so you guys can kind of reinforce those or ask about those at home as well. We do use Overcoming Obstacles is the curriculum we use. If you're interested in checking it out, you can hop on their website, and we do the middle school curriculum. We kind of bounce around in it. Because we have like kind of 3 years worth that we then go back and repeat. So this week so far, we're just going to do our introductory lessons where they kind of get to know us and what we're doing, and we get to start to know some of the students that are going to be in our classes this year. If you have any concerns about your students or any questions about anything, you can reach out to myself. I'm Miss Brosh. I do the 6th grade and half of 7th grade, or Miss Grinchuk is our other social worker who does 8th grade and the other half of 7th grade. So if you have any concerns about your kiddos, feel free to reach out.
Thank you, Mrs. Brosh. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Mr. Wynn?
No, we're good.
All right, so I have one last thing I forgot to mention. Currently, the Bears are 1-0. The Packers are 0-1. So congratulations to the Bears. Go Bears. But that's all we have. So on behalf of Mrs. Brosh, Mr. Wynn, and I'm Dr. Pierce. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.